Hey VC, how's it going? I've just watched Fred's 1976 video, so this is my response. Again, I've gone with records that I've played, perhaps played the most. I've left out a couple actually, Station to Station and the first Ramones album, obviously that Fred included. But I have got one duplication, which is Stevie Wonder's Songs in the Key of Life. The reason why I've left this one in, despite Fred having shown it, is the fact that it's quite simply it's one of my favourite records. If I had to pick three favourite records, this would be one of them. I think it's pretty much perfect. Certainly Stevie's masterpiece, which is saying something considering the run of albums that he had up to this point in the early 70s. Yeah, 4 sides of vinyl plus an additional EP. Yeah, just fantastic. I remember the day that I bought this. I actually bought it with my first pay packet in my first full-time job. When I got paid, I went into Birmingham. I picked this up from, this is a second-hand copy that I picked up. And I also picked up a reissue of Curtis Mayfield's Curtis album. So I think that was a pretty good day's digging. But yeah, so 2 great albums. But anyway, yeah, that's the first one, 1976, Stevie Wonder, Songs in the Key of Life. Right, okay. There's not been a great deal of reggae shown in these videos so far. This one came out in 76, King Tubby Meets Rockers Uptown. This is one of the great dub albums. This is King Tubby and Augustus Pablo. I would say this, if not the best dub album of all time, is certainly one of them. It's up there with Blackboard Jungle dub by the Upsetters and Mikey Dread at the controls. Together with this, that would be my 3 favourite dub records. So yeah, this is a reissue. This is on a Canadian label, Clock Tower Records. Don't know anything about the label. I think this album has come out on any number of labels over the years. So yeah, just pick it up on whatever you can. But yeah, just a wonderful dub record. Okay, I know for 1975 a lot of people showed Blood on the Tracks, Dylan's Blood on the Tracks. I always associate these 2 albums together, Blood on the Tracks and Desire pips it for me. It's, I think it's the better album. Certainly the first side of this record with Hurricane and Mozambique and Isis, One More Cup of Coffee. Yeah, it's a great side of vinyl. It's also an excuse as well because I'm backing vocals on this album. You've got Emmylou Harris, and you can hear throughout this record. So it saved me included one of her records because I think in 76 she put out Elite Hotel, which is a lovely album as well. So I've sort of cheated that way a bit. So just by recognising Emmylou with this album. But yeah, this is one of Dylan's last consistent records. I think after this, well, this is 76 of course, you're probably going through to 89 for Oh Mercy before you've got something as equally consistent as this. So yeah, great record. Okay, I know it's been mentioned before, but I think that 76 was a bit of a poor year really, particularly for British music. We'd gone through this stage where sort of glam rock had sort of phased out. The best of the prog rock bands had come and gone. We hadn't quite reached punk and disco yet, so it's a bit of a no man's land 1976. But Dr. Feelgood, this is a live album they put out in 76, Stupidity. Prior to this, they've done 2 cracking studio albums, Malpractice and Down by the Jetty. If you haven't got them, check them out. That great lineup with Lee Briller on vocals and Wilco Johnson on guitar. Yeah, if you don't know Dr. Feelgood, it's a very British take on American R&B. I was actually thinking about this. You think about the Jam and their first album that came out in 77 in the city. Their sound was very much that sort of spiky R&B sound. They were lumped in with the punk bands at the time, but I think their sound was certainly initially was much closer to Dr. Feelgood than any of the other punk bands. But yeah, this is a nice live record. So yeah, Dr. Feelgood, Stupidity. Okay, just one CD actually, because I haven't got this on vinyl. This is the Taxi Driver soundtrack, Bernard Herrmann. The reason why I'm including this, I mean, yeah, most people will know the film. I think that this soundtrack complements the film as well as any soundtrack, as well as any score. Bernard Herrmann's score is wonderful for this film. Certainly the highlight of his career, which is saying something. You know, when you consider all the Hitchcock scores he did. But yeah, you know, I think the best way to enjoy this score is to listen to it whilst watching the film, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, I just thought I'd drop that one in. Right, okay. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers debut record. Not necessarily Tom Petty's best album. I'd say that's Wildflowers from '94, but I do think this is the best album that he's done with the Heartbreakers. Yeah, a great debut album. So it was laid back rock and roll. You know what you're getting. This is a repress from a record store day release from a few years ago. It's on white vinyl. Yeah, it's a nice pressing, but yeah, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Right, bit of soul jazz. Roy Ayers' Ubiquity, Everyone Loves the Sunshine. You'll know the title track, just a perfect summer tune. This album does come out every year in this household when the sun shines. The rest of the album is jazzy, it's funky, a touch disco in places. It's a lovely album. It's not necessarily his best album, but a really nice album all the same. Yeah, so on Polydor, you can see this is a reissue that I picked up some years ago. You've got the price on the corner there, yeah, but yeah. Roy Ayers, Everyone Loves the Sunshine. Okay, Lou Reed, Coney Island Baby. You can see my old knackered copy, nice rip on the sleeve there. Yeah, this, I don't know, this album is it light relief, you know, from what come before and what was just about to come with Street Hassle? I don't know. It's certainly musically, it's a lot lighter than the likes of Berlin and obviously Street Hassle, as I mentioned there. Yeah, not necessarily his best record again. And I think that's the thing with 1976, is that there's lots of good records, but there's not many artists that reached their peak during that year. So a lot of the records that were showing, apart from, you know, Stevie Wonder aside, they do tend to be just good records, you know, in amongst the artist's back catalogue rather than the best record. And this is an example of that, really. But yeah, I've always had a bit of a soft spot for this record. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, Coney Island Baby, Lou Reed, RCA. Okay, nearly done. Another live album, 801, Phil Manzanera, Brian Eno, a live gig from '76. I think they only played 3 shows, and if I'm correct, I think this is the recording of the final show. The track listing is a bit of a mishmash of some solo Eno stuff, solo Manzanera stuff, and cover versions. The main reason why I'm including this record is for the cover of Tomorrow Never Knows, TNK as it's named on this record. Yeah, a great cover version and a great live album. Right, number 10, Steely Dan, The Real Scam. I have to think about that then. Now this album gets a bit of a hard time, I think, when people talk about Steely Dan. It certainly didn't go down as well as its predecessors. I think this is their 5th album. But yeah, I've always loved this. You know, stuff like Haitian Divorce, The Fez. You know, it's yeah, it's a really nice album. Again, not sure whether it's my favourite Steely Dan album. I think that'll probably be Asia, but yeah, this is a nice record. And finally, obviously, I said before, if I was going to pick an 11th record, which of course I wouldn't do that, but if I would, then it would be Goblin Roller. Okay, cheers.